Ja, god dag, kjære seere. Vi ønsker dere velkommen tilbake til oss, Frikanalen, Trond kvarter. Tema for oss i dag som følger: Sionistiske jøder i staten Israel dreper barn i Gaza og mener det riktig. Litt av en tese som gjenspeiler en sannhet om staten Israel i det okkuperte Gaza. Og vi åpner med følgende. Vi leser en rapport fra Redd Barna som nylig kommet ut, og vi prøver å forstå. De sier, Redd Barna i denne rapporten, de siste måneder har mer enn 14.100 barn blitt drept i Gaza. Mange tusen har også blitt alvorlig skadet, og de vil trenge medisinsk oppfølging for resten av livet. Redd Barna konkluderer: lidelsene i Gaza ufattelige. Og så prøver vi å forstå og spør som John Mearsheimer, internasjonalt anerkjent politisk analytiker. Du finner ham på nettet. Hør gjerne hva han sier, kunnskapsrik person. Han spør, hvordan det mulig at et folk som har litt så mye, jødene, nå selv aktive i så mye brutalitet, vold og ødeleggelse som vi vitne til i dag? Svaret, føyer vi til, svaret ligger i sionismen, det politiske, ideologiske grunnlaget for staten Israel. Det en rasistisk ideologi, som det også påpekt av hovedforsamlingen i FN. Ja, slå gjerne opp på vedtak fra hovedforsamlingen i FN. Der finner du på resolusjon 3379 nettopp dette fastslått, at sionisme, grunnlag for staten Israel, en form for rasisme. Ifølge sionistisk tenkning skal jøder være eksklusive og overlegne alle andre. Ikke-jøder, slik som palestinere, også for øvrig oss selv, et lavere folkeslag som kan anses som dyr, menneskelige dyr, og som bør ryddes bort, palestinerne, for å gi plass for jøder. Massedrap og etnisk rensing etter jødisk, sionistisk, vel å merke sionistisk, tenkning berettiget og riktig, godtatt av mange sionistiske jøder, og med referanse til jødiske såkalte hellige skrifter. Der skal de finne belegg for dette, sionistiske jøder, om at ikke-jøder kan massakreres og utryddes. Det står i disse skriftene, nærmere bestemt Det gamle testamentet, som en jødisk, grunnleggende litterær samling. Nei, lytt ikke til dem, men lær dem å kjenne. Lytt heller til antisionistiske jøder, kjære seere, motstandere av sionisme og staten Israel. De våre venner, og her har vi med oss en av dem, Rabbi Weiss. Han internasjonal leder for informasjon og videre opplæring om jødiske skrifter og tekster og sionistisk ideologi. Her har vi ham, Rabbi Weiss. Velkommen til oss, sier vi til ham. Velkommen, Rabbi Weiss.
With the help of the Almighty, I pray to the Almighty to bestow upon me His truth, His wisdom, that I may be worthy of conveying His message and so sanctify His name and inshallah bring peace to the world. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It is a great honor and privilege to convey this message to my dear friend Dr. Linstad and the people of Norway, and then hopefully people around the world. We are witnessing a genocide. Now it is approaching a full year of this colossal satanic murder in Gaza and other parts of Palestine, Lebanon, murder in Yemen, all being perpetrated by the Zionist entity, the Zionist state of Israel. They are doing it in the name of Judaism, waving the Star of David under the name Israel. So we have to clarify and tell the world that by their standing silently by because of the Zionists' weapon, may I say two weapons. One weapon is that they are claiming the Torah. God gave them the land. They have the right to the land. That Judaism is their source of occupation. That is one colossal lie. It's totally false. Judaism is diametrically opposite from Zionism. Judaism is to be subservient to God. The Torah does not permit us to steal or to kill. We are forbidden since the destruction of the temple 2,000 years ago to have our own sovereignty, let alone a sovereignty that is a rebellion against God. And certainly we are forbidden to create the sovereignty by murdering and killing, stealing, and certainly not to a people who the Muslim countries, the Arab countries around the world had embraced the Jews and took us in. We flourished amongst them, as is well known, for hundreds and hundreds of years. In peace, we flourished and put out our greatest rabbis. And these Zionists, in order to occupy, to take their land, they claim that this land was stolen from them by the Palestinian people, by the Arab people. That is one colossal lie. On top of that, they are telling the world that the people of Gaza, the Palestinian people, are anti-Semitic. And anybody who is standing up for the rights, for humanity, for the people of Palestine are anti-Semitic. That is their nuclear weapon that they are using. They are conflating Judaism with their nationalism, their Zionism, which is a mere selfish, flawed movement that started around 140 years ago called Zionism, a transformation from subservience to God, from the religion Judaism, into a flawed, purely selfish movement to take a piece of the land. And for convenience sake, they went to make their homeland in Palestine by using the Torah, the Bible, and claiming God gave it to them. And if anybody who has a clear train of thought with simple truth stands up and says, this is not Judaism, as the people of Iran or people around the world, human rights activists say, this is not Judaism. What you're doing is simply criminal. They immediately vilify these people as being Nazis, as being anti-Semitic. So we, as Jews, have been tirelessly going around the world, day by day, to the main centers of the world. We've been in tens of times in Trafalgar Square. We've been in Madison Square Garden. We've been in Times Square. We've been going in front of the United Nations, in front of the White House, on and on and on to Geneva, to wherever it is, we to tell the world that they are being conned, that they are being entrapped by this evil, and that should immediately stand up for what is right. Just as we've witnessed apartheid that was for tens of years legitimized and accepted in the United Nations, even though it was something that is totally evil. And the United Nations stood up and gave them the right to exist. And the people who stood up in opposition to apartheid were vilified and arrested and called terrorists, as Nelson Mandela stood for 27 years in prison. Till today, though, we find that the state of the South Africa totally, of course, rejected apartheid. And today, if anybody would dare try to create an apartheid state, it would be recognized that it is evil. So you see, the United Nations can be making a tremendous, tremendous mistake. The state of Israel was created through the United Nations. It was ratified, but it is totally evil. It is totally criminal. They are stealing the land from the people of Palestine. So we as Jews are going around the world tirelessly onto the campuses. We are going to, in the United States, to whether it is Columbia University, and on and on and on, Rutgers, wherever it may be. We are traveling around the world in force, in great numbers. We are in the Holy Land, in Al-Quds, in Jerusalem. Our people are beaten. They are sprayed, as you see, hosed down with this chemical sprays. They are murdered. They are assassinated by the Zionists for one reason only, because they are standing up and declaring and pleading with the world that they should stop immediately this occupation of Palestine, that they should stop immediately this torture of the people of Gaza. Our people are pleading with the world leaders that they should stand up and do what's right, that they should stand up and declare that Palestine should be free, and they should declare that the occupation is totally criminal. We are doing this in the streets of New York, in front of the White House. As I've mentioned, we have people in the tens of thousands, whether it is in Jerusalem or in front of the White House. But the world is not at all giving any legitimacy to the voice of true Judaism, as we are finding that the people who are in support of Palestine are dismissed, are vilified. Therefore, we were pleading with the world, do not be intimidated. Do as we are doing, and as the good students around the world are doing. They are standing up. And just as we found in apartheid, it was stopped, not by the leaders of the world, but it was the grassroots. These are the ones who were able to eventually make the leaders of the world uncomfortable. We are pleading with the world, even though you are finding that the Western world is adding day after day more rules and laws of accusations of anti-Semitism. Do not be silent. And we will, inshallah, be successful. Why? Because it's the Almighty's world, and God is compassionate. Let us pray to the Almighty that He should bring a total dismantlement. God should help speedily and peacefully of Palestine. Of course, immediate cessation of the murder in Gaza, a free Palestine, a free Gaza. And till that day comes, let us not stop. Let us continue to work and help and speak up for the people of Palestine, show them our support, and God will help. We will see, hopefully soon, hopefully today, a free Palestine.